Good evening, fellow happiness seekers. We're going to explore further some of the territory which we explored at the beginning, which is basically, it's like those sayings they have from the gurus in movies where if you do not X your Y, then Y will X you. If you do not control your garden, then your garden will grow out of control. I think it was Mystery Men with Ben Stiller where someone pointed out what you do is you just reverse the sentence of the verb and the result, and it sounds deep, but in the case of stress, everybody's circumstances are different. I'm going to start out by saying that, but a lot of stress can be, it's like, simplistic image coming up, but it's like fire. Fire is useful in its place. Keeps you warm, it can cook things, but if you let it get out of control, then there are problems. It's dangerous. So a little stress is good, but too much is obviously can be lethal. It can lead to heart attacks, and high blood pressure, strokes, and heart failure. And depending on your circumstances, your level of stress, I realize, may feel unbearable to you. And maybe that's why you're watching this. You're looking for some way of dealing with it. And I urge you to go back to the earliest videos and look at what I said about meditating. The very simple first steps that you can do are learn how to relax. And there's advice online on that. I'll go over it once again. You examine your body and you find out where the stress points are. In other words, the where you feel really, really tense, and you concentrate on it and you tell those muscles to relax. You breathe in and you hold the breath for a count of 3 and you breathe out. And as you breathe out, make yourself feel the muscles relaxing. Then there are other videos on how to get your control over your moods, because one of the strange quirks of the body is that your moods affect your body, but your body can also affect your moods. There have been lots of studies on this, so it is true. If you slouch, then you're going to feel a kind of a slouchy sort of mood. If you hold yourself up and you chin up, your mood changes. And just to demonstrate it, pencil, can you make you smile? Not always a very pretty smile, but there you go. I've got a Robert De Niro smile. I know that I look pretty evil, but I'm not evil that I know of. If you do that, then it makes you feel like your body is strange. It feels that it's not that it's strange. I suppose it's a bit like planting a seed in a garden and giving it water and sunshine. Things happen. And so when you do that, when you adopt the correct posture that goes with certain positive feelings and moods, then your body starts releasing those biochemicals. And it might feel terrible if you're really down. I've been there. I've been so depressed in my life that I've just wanted to sort of... I wanted to commit suicide, but there were 2 or 3 times when I wouldn't have been totally unhappy if I hadn't woken up. So I know it can be difficult to actually motivate yourself to think, oh, okay, this is such an effort. Everything is an effort at that time. That is the ultimate in stress. I think maybe not. It was for me. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I can empathize. I've been in that place if that's where you are now, but at least try it. Put a pencil in your mouth and see what happens, and hold your shoulders back, hold your thing, do the deep breathing thing. That's the first step. Now the next few steps are then to take what control that you can And that will be to start with some gentle exercise, going for a walk, or walking part of the way to work, walking to the shops, provided, of course, it's safe to do so. I realize that in some parts of the world it's not always safe, but if that's not the case, then there are very gentle exercises you can do in your home. You can dance if you like dancing, just sway. It's a form of exercise. It'll get your lymph glands going, and that will release positive biochemicals, and that will elevate your mood levels. Because what we're talking about here is not, sadness is not a thing, a mood. It's the result of biochemicals. It's a result of certain glands in your body releasing certain chemicals in response to certain stimuli. In the same way that plants will go green in sunlight, but if you put them in the shade, they turn brown and wilt. The same, up to a point, is true of our bodies. If we don't have the right sort of stimuli, which does include sunlight up to a point, then we start getting deficiencies in certain minerals and biochemicals, and our health suffers. And when our health suffers and the biochemicals suffer, then our mood suffers. That is the very definition of being depressed. Our systems are depressed, in the same way that you can run any machine down by not giving it regular servicing, not giving it oil if it's got moving parts, not giving it the right kind of oil, not giving it fuel. If you don't give it fuel, it grinds to a halt. And the same is true of your body. If you don't give it the right fuel, if you give it junk fuel, then it's going to suffer. So those are things that you can right now start to control: what you eat and how often you move. Even if it's incredibly gentle movement, just get yourself moving. If you've got to, walk up, pace up and down your room. If it is very dangerous to go outside, if you can walk up and down stairs 10 times, or 3 times at first, or 1 time at first, whatever it takes to get you, and then build up. But exercise, daily exercise, correct food, and the meditation, rest, relaxation. If you want permission to go to bed and sleep, I'm giving it to you. If that's what it takes to get you back to a level of happiness and relieve stress, then I'm giving it to you. Okay, we'll continue with this tomorrow, because this is important. There's a lot that you can do to control your environment. Okay, and that's 8 minutes, so we'll carry on tomorrow. Night.